Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching the Barre Beat podcast, live, streaming live to 802 Scoop from the Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. My name is Michael Booten, and my co-host is Liam Hogan. Oh, well, that's actually 802 Scoop logo, so that wasn't Liam. Liam Hogan from Hogan Group LLC. Good evening, sir.
Good
How
evening.
you doing?
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. No complaints here. And yourself?
No complaints here. Some snowy stuff.
Yeah, it's been a little chilly.
A little chilly, a little snowy.
Yeah, a little. But you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
I guess if folks are like into like the snowmobiling, I'm sure they're super excited.
Super excited.
I am not, as folks know. I've got my trike and my four-wheeler.
Yep.
Although I love it when I snowplow with my four-wheeler.
Yes, that must be a lot of fun.
Yes. All right. So it looks like we shared multiple times to different platforms. So do apologize to the resident chats. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about, local stuff. No city council this week. We do have school board, and we will talk about a couple items on there, specifically Articles 3 and 4, which are the articles that are the reason why we don't have any efficiencies in our district. There's also a public comment conversation that we'll have a little chat about.
Yep.
And I know, Raylene, I'm so sorry. I told her to share it, and then I shared it anyway. Standard protocol for me. She
All
knows.
your fault, Michael.
It always is my fault. Actually, it's usually the co-host that does the sharing. So, yeah. Thank you, Raylene, for deleting the multiple. Yeah. So just pointing it out that
Just FYI.
there is a job to fulfill as a co-host,
All right.
and you have the ability to share from 802 Scoop now.
I do now. All
That's right.
Next week we'll start that.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll dip into some Vermont news, and we'll dip into some national news. Not too much,
Not too much.
but enough.
Yep.
But enough. So if you're watching, make sure you drop some likes, some comments. Definitely drop some comments, because I'm sure there's going to be one item that is going to fire people up. The work in the office one.
There's no TIF votes.
Yes,
So it's not going to
Raylene,
get Michael too fired up.
Yeah, there's no TIF vote, so you won't get me fired up. And Raylene's correct. She did drop in there. The coin drop is on December 6th. I actually have it written down here that I'm going to talk about this. So Santa is going to be at Preston's Kia
Nice.
on December 6th from, I think, 8 a.m. to, let me go double check that. I'm pretty sure it's 8 a.m. to 12.
Wow.
And let's go down and take a look. And that is 9 a.m. to 12. And it says it right in her post that she just did. So that's embarrassing as well. I don't pay attention to when she writes things. So Santa's going to be there from 9 a.m. to 12 on December 6th at Preston Kia, and that's 51 Gallison Hill Road in Montpelier. So Santa's also going to be at Tasty Bites from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So people are like, well, how is that possible?
Right.
So do you know how that's possible? Because I do, and I'm going to tell you the answer.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me the answer, and I'll tell you how I thought it might be possible.
Well, now I want to know, because I know the answer for certain.
Right.
Do you know how? Do you know?
Doesn't he, he have people?
No.
Yeah.
So when you think of Santa, you think of he knows when you are sleeping.
Right.
He knows when
jingle.
you are awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. All right. So the thing that you got to understand is that he knows all this stuff, right?
Right.
He sees you when you are sleeping. He knows when you are awake. He's omnipresent.
Huh.
Do you know what omnipresent means? No, you do not. It's one of those big. Nobody knows what that word is, so don't be ashamed of it. That's one of those weird words. So omnipresent means that he's everywhere at all times. Like Raylene says, it's magic.
There you go.
That's right.
Santa Claus.
The only other person that's omnipresent is God,
Yep.
in case you want to know. He's also omnipresent, omnipotent, and there was another one, and I can't remember the other one. But Santa's just omnipresent.
Omnipresent. All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Big word.
He's a spirit, Raylene says.
Gotcha.
Yes. So he'll be at both places, but you can only see him one at a time. Like you can't see him at the same time.
Right.
You can be in one place or the other, but you can't be in both places like he is. In case you want to know.
Yeah. No, that's good to know.
You have gotten your Santa knowledge.
Yeah,
Are you
for
excited?
December.
For
I'm all set.
December. So it's Preston Kia, the 51 Gallison Road, Montpelier, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And Tasty Bites from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Now, Tasty Bites is doing something a little bit different. They're actually partnering with Christmas for Kids. So every gift that you bring, it has to be an unwrapped gift.
Okay.
You'll get 10% off on your bill.
Nice.
And any tips that you donate between, actually, I think it's all day, but it's any tips that you donate will immediately go to Christmas for Kids. So go to Tasty Bites, get a nice meal, bring a present, get 10% off.
Right.
And then donate, Did I say do?
I
say
don't know. Do.
Raylene's causing me issues. What the heck, Raylene? So go to Tasty Bites, you do that, and bring the gift, 10% off,
Right.
and also donate like $100.
There you go.
Every meal, just give $100 because it's going to a good cause.
Are there certain presents they're looking for?
Well,
Like, do they have a list of, this is kind of what we're looking for, or is it just...
I think Jen, Jason, and Katie do, but they'll take any gifts because when we're wrapping them, because we go up there and we wrap the gifts with them. You gonna come? You gonna wrap this year?
I am a horrible rapper.
That's okay. So am I. So am I. I am a horrible rapper as well. I mean,
You can tell when Liam's wrapped the present under the tree.
you can with me as well. So the people that wrap gifts up there,
Yeah.
there's only a few that like wrap them like super awesome.
Yeah.
So and I think the best rapper I've seen has been Karen Lozon. The best rapper. But the rest of us, we suck at it.
Yeah.
I think Jeffrey does a pretty good job too. Jeffrey Tooper Giles from the Reynolds House. But the rest of us are not good.
And the worse the packaging gets, the worse the wrapping job gets for me.
Correct.
Correct.
But
yeah, you know where to find me.
yes.
Text me and I'll be there.
Okay, great. So Raylene, remember that when we find out when the wrapping is, we got to get all of 802 Scoop up there and all wrap. That's what we need to do.
All right.
All right?
That'll be fun.
That does sound like fun. I enjoy that very much. So with that, also remind folks that in the morning, there is the coin drop, which has traditionally been by city council since like 2020. City council hasn't been as aggressive in it. Before that, it was, city councilors were always there.
Right.
It's starting to come back with city councilors showing up and doing the coin drop, which Last year, I think there was like 3 or 4 city councilors, which was really awesome.
Nice.
Because it's the city council coin drop.
Yeah.
For Christmas for kids. So that's also on December 6th from about 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. I spoke to Tom last night, and he said he's going to be there. And
Nice.
I'm sure Jeff is going to be there, and I'm sure that Don's going to try to be there, and I'm sure Michael's going to be there. And I think Amanda Gustin showed up last year, so I assume she's going to be there. And I almost think... No, Hiltgarden was not elected last year. Oh, maybe she was. I can't remember.
And if you can't remember, I certainly can't remember.
That's true. All right, so let's give a rundown of the weather. It's we got Monday tomorrow. It's going to be breezy, high 34. And a low of 15. There's going to be some sun. Tuesday, steady snow, 5 to 10 centimeters. So whatever app I used to pull this information doesn't use the imperial system, which
We touched on last week.
this last week. And a shame on my ChatGPT for giving me centimeters. And I will make sure that I update her information so that she always does imperial.
Have a nice little chat.
Yeah, we'll have a chat. Her name is Karina, by the way. Yes.
Wow.
Just saying. So just Wednesday, low clouds, a high of 32 degrees and a low of 26. Thursday, mostly cloudy, colder with 31 degrees high and 4-degree low.
Oh. That is some good triking weather.
The battery is in the house right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have not been triking. Well, I did use it on, not Thursday. I think it was Wednesday. No, it was Friday. It was Friday because it was snowy, and I triked down to Tasty Bites to help her with bagging up some cookies for the craft fair.
Nice.
I did not know that there was a song called Karina, but it's spelt with a K. The Karina that she is. Yes, she now tells me that her name is Karina because that's what I told her what her name was.
Wow.
AI is very smart.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that she's coming for us.
Oh, yeah.
Although my AI lady, my niece's AI, a man, British man.
My mom's Siri, whatever that talks to you in your car for like directions, is a British guy.
British man.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Just some chick that talks. I don't know.
Liam gets canceled. Live at 8.
I don't edit it. It's just whatever came with it. I did notice that it didn't change at some point, so I'm...
Oh my goodness, I'm dying over here. Some chick. Oh man, I wish Raylene was here.
Did she leave?
No, I just wish she was here because that would have been a funny look from her. I'm just envisioning it.
The Raylene look.
The Raylene look. All right, and Friday it's going to be very cold with some off and on snow and flurries. High of 18, low of 16. And Saturday, during the coin drop, which is very unfortunate, but it's not going to be wet.
Right.
That's the most important thing. It's wet. That's awful.
Yeah.
And we're looking at low clouds, some partly, some sun, and a high of 27, low of 23. So folks that are going to be doing the coin drop will want to make sure that they bring a nice jacket, some boots that are nice and warm, and some probably some foot warmers. That's probably what I will do because my feet get cold very quickly.
Some hand warmers.
Are you coming to the coin drop?
The coin drop right on. Wait, it's Saturday. Yes, I can go to the coin drop. I was just
You're-
gonna say, if it's during the day,
Oh, great. So you can go to the coin drop. You can go live.
go live at the coin drop.
You can go live at the coin drop. Actually, you know what you should do? You should go to Tasty Bites, get some food,
Yeah.
okay?
I can go live while I'm eating
And go
my
live
breakfast.
at Tasty Bites
Yeah.
and have some, see Santa down there. Maybe drop in the comments if you want to see a picture of Liam sitting on Santa's lap. You gonna sit on Santa's lap?
No. How about you?
I've sat on Santa's lap. Don't you feel like an ass? Both Raylene and I sat on Santa's lap during the Pack the Pantry.
Oh man.
Yeah. True story.
What'd you ask him for?
At that moment, I had gotten my Christmas present. I was super excited. That was an evil laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Oh yeah. No, and I said it during the Pack the Pantry live stream. I'm like, oh, I got my Christmas present early. But I also got a crappy present, which was a bill for almost $6,000 for my Jeep. But my nephew, who should own his own mechanics bay and just should be doing auto mechanic work. He absolutely should be. He told me he saw what I was supposed to get done,
Right.
and he did it for $900. So, and actually he would have done it for less, but I refused to pay him what he was offering
Yeah.
to have me pay. It was way too low.
Yeah.
Considering I think the labor that I was going to get charged was like $189 per hour.
Right.
And I think they were going to rebuild the entire differential.
Oh man.
Not good. Not a
Still.
good day for me.
You saved some money.
I did. And he's going to fix my ball bearings and U-joints as well. So
Good.
be able to go down to Virginia without worrying about dying.
Right.
Side note, just so you know,
Right.
from the 20th until January 6th, I'm going to be out of Vermont. So
Oh,
we will
man.
have to be doing this remote.
That is going to be fun.
Yep. All right, so let's talk about school board. You super excited about that?
Super excited.
I bet you are.
Are you making the school board more efficient, Michael? No. That's not the
No.
kind of efficiency
But-
you're talking about, is it?
Well, I mean, I would like us to do more efficient things. So let's talk about so I think it was Act 46. It was supposed to be a way of saving money, but our district did
Right.
the Articles of Agreement, which made it so that we could not actually do the efficiencies that would have been done in a normal district, because you can't take Barre City kids, send them to Barre Town, and you can't send Barre Town kids to Barre City schools. So we have those articles there, and we can't close down any schools as well, which I get that. That being said, we are going to talk about the removal of Articles 3 and 4, because what's going on the state level, cuckoo cuckoo.
Right.
They're not the task force, the education task force that was supposed to consolidate and provide 3 maps are not doing that. No. They voted like 7-4 to not do that. And I highly recommend that people go to the timesargus.com. I think it's timesargus.com, and read Steve Pappas's editorial.
Yeah.
It was extremely informative and just presented it out there. Vermont fails at education. We're failing our children. We're failing our taxpayers. So why would you continue going in the same direction?
Yeah.
We shouldn't. We absolutely shouldn't. It's disappointing. Did you go to school here?
I didn't go to school in the Barre area, but I did go to school when I was younger at Chelsea.
Okay. So that was what, 3 years ago?
Going to school in Chelsea? No, that was more like, let's see, 17 or 18 years ago.
17 or 18?
It must have been. I went to school here I left here when I was 10. I'm 27 now, so yeah, that was a chunk of time ago.
27 years old.
But
Anyway.
that seems like it should happen, given the whatever map they go with, right?
Well, they're
You'd
not
have
going
to
with
get-
a map.
Not at all.
They're not going with a map at all. The task force voted. It basically, the way that I understand it, it was like Republicans versus the Democrats. The Republicans voted no to what the committee settled on, which is we think everybody should just look into making things more efficient and to do self-mergers, which worked great under Act 46. Very sarcastic tone when I said that.
Yeah.
Did not work at all. So back to the Articles 3 and 4,
3 and
which is one of the problems, because if we had the ability to merge our classes,
Yeah.
we would be able to see efficiencies and be able to reallocate staff members so that we
Yeah.
can have a better education. Because it's not, I mean, the tax thing is obviously a huge problem in our state,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be a problem if our kids were being like super intelligent, right?
Yeah.
But we are not meeting the needs of our children the way that the things are set up. And now I can go into why I think we're not, and merging districts actually is not going to fix that problem. It's just not,
Yeah.
because it's a fundamental disconnect on how we educate our children. We don't. But that's because there's like focusing on a bunch of stuff that we should be focusing on.
Right.
DEI. Excuse me. I'm getting in trouble for that now. Anyway, so that's going to be on the topic of conversation tomorrow night. My hope is we will be able to instruct the superintendent to look into remove those articles and also start the process to do that and to see, just a super rough sketch of how much money we would be able to save and or create efficiencies in the system. But I do want to mention some of the things that Steve Pappas brought up
For sure.
regarding education. So tomorrow's December 1st, which we will get the December 1st letter. So our taxes are based on this December letter, and it comes from AOE, or the tax department. Actually, I think it's the tax department. They will send out the letter letting us know where the shortcomings are in the education fund, and that will have a huge impact on what our tax rate is in every community. And it's my understanding it's not looking good, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to make some hard decisions, which is really scary.
Yeah.
Education property taxes in the last 3 years have risen 33%. And this year's projections are expected to be scary. That's what Steve Pappas said, signaling a structural, not temporary problem, which is 100% true. The Act 73 was supposed to help with that.
Right.
One of the things that Act 73 did was it restricted the amount of growth in taxes. It capped it at like CPI, I think it was, I can't remember, but it was like 2.5% annually, which is way better, right?
Right.
Like we're seeing growth of like 18% in one given year. Absolutely insane. But don't know if that's going to do anything because, like I said, the task force didn't recommend any maps, so it may blow up Act 73. which is unfortunate.
Gonna blow up.
Yeah, not happy. And we're also going to be talking about public comment. Are you familiar with public comment in meetings?
There's a section for them, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So the BUUSD, had public comment a while back where it was just kind of like free, and this school board has really wanted to tamper that down quite a bit. And as the chair, I've been trying to, meet the desires of the school board as well.
Right.
And so we kind of settled on like this mix, 2 minutes and you get to ask questions, which some districts, 2 minutes, one way only. You don't get to ask questions. There's some districts that cut public comment off after 15 minutes total. In one district that I talked to, 10 minutes. So 5 people can talk. And we don't do that in our district. We just say, 2 minutes, please make sure that you
got all your stuff, you
yeah,
can.
don't sit there and pontificate and then ask one question and say, well, I have 5 more. I'm like, well, yeah, you just spent 10 minutes or a minute and 45 seconds pontificating.
Right.
Now,
there's one
now
question.
you have one question. No, you've got to ask the questions. And anyway, so I've gotten some heat over that, and I had scheduled it 2 weeks ago, but I got a couple write-ups about how I'm not allowing public comment, but.
Oof.
I mean, we actually have more public comment now than most school districts do. But that's okay. I don't mind. Maybe I can convince because, like I said, I mean, my desire, I would just let somebody talk for like 5-10 minutes. But that's not efficient timing, right? Like that doesn't help.
Right.
But it's all good. We'll see what comes of it tomorrow. Maybe we'll have more. Yeah. You gonna go to the school board meeting?
Oh, I'm not going to the school board meeting. No need for 2 of us there.
Oh, you could go to the school board meeting and you could live stream.
There you go.
You gonna do that?
I'm not going to the school board meeting.
Oh, uh-oh. Let's see what happens here. So I brought my dog with me, and she obviously doesn't have any issues walking under stuff and knocking things over. Leah, lie down. Yeah, so want to talk about, what do you want to talk about next?
Let's talk about
wait. One more last thing about the I do want to quote Zoe Saunders, because she sent a letter to the task force.
Uh-oh.
She said that their plan that they got, I forgot to add this in, I'm sorry, folks, inverts the governor's original plan by maintaining the state's 52 supervisory unions and districts and 19 school districts, while adding 5 regional entities on top. Each regional cooperative, she wrote, would have its own governing board, executive director, and staff, expanding, not reducing administrative footprint, she wrote. The result is more governance, more overhead, and the preservation of legacy inefficiencies, which is a pretty damning letter that she wrote.
Yeah.
And then Phil Scott, he was a little bit more blunt, I would say.
Yeah.
They didn't redraw the lines, and they were supposed to put forward 3 maps for consideration. They failed.
Oh.
And Governor Scott has been like all over this, trying to, take care of the tax increases.
Right.
So I'll be voting for him again.
Yeah, I will. I voted for him every single time since I've been here.
What do you want to talk about next, sir?
Let's fire people up. What was that? Dive right in.
The firing people up?
Firing people up. Let's get those comments rolling.
Ooh. So, people that are listening, I want you to drop a comment. It's about the return to work. Tomorrow is December 1st. The state employees have to return to work. Write in the comments, do you support it or do you not support it? Because I'm curious what your thoughts are. And if you want to make an additional comment of why you do or do not, that would be awesome
That'd
as
be
well.
cool.
What about you, Liam? Do you support it? Do you want to be on the record making people angry?
I think I've already been on the record.
Have you?
I think I've said already that people should go to work.
They should. Well, they do go to work. They do go to work. They just work from home.
They work from home.
So Susan says she's ready. Well, she doesn't have a choice, which I get, right? Susan. So full disclosure, I was working from home, and then my company said, nope, you get. Well, first they started with 1 day.
Right.
They slow roasted us into this. Because it's nice working from home, you know?
Yeah.
You could stay at home with your sweatpants on.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It's
you don't have to
fantastic.
take showers. You don't have to like comb your hair.
No.
It's wonderful. Love it. You know, it's great. But anyway, so they called us in 1 day and then they went 3 days. And next year in January, it's 4 days. So people at my company were like, ah! And I'm just like, you know, I remember.
Do you get to pick your fourth day?
No, it will be Monday through Thursday.
At least you get Friday off. That's a 3-day weekend, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's not a 3-day weekend because you still have to work.
Oh, you still have to work. Okay.
You still have to work.
On Friday.
Yeah, you still have to work.
Still have to work.
Note to self, if you're Liam's employer, do not let him work from home.
If I'm home, I'm going right to the weekend.
Oh, man.
That's why Liam doesn't work from home.
So Susan says that, but at least it's at the office only 3 days a week and 2 days a week, which, yeah, I will say I enjoy that, but I also, so I'm a firm believer. The company that I work for, we were known for our culture, and you just don't get that culture being remote.
Yeah.
I know that some people would say that that's true, but our CEO says you can do work from anywhere, but innovation happens together.
Right.
And he's 100% accurate on that.
Yeah.
Fully agree with him. Karen Berner says, get back to work where you belong. Montpelier. Oh,
I like Karen.
Connie. You like Karen?
Karen's
I like Karen
great.
too. She's a nice person. We got nice people that watch.
Yeah.
We got Connie who says, support it 3 days a week, compromise, also need to see people. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of interaction of individuals.
Human interaction.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep. Because it's so easy to demonize someone that you don't see.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I was just talking to Raylene about you the other night and talking smack. And I realized, I shouldn't be talking smack about Liam, because I'm going to see him tonight.
Right. Wow.
No, I mean, I'm just, obviously, I'm poking fun there.
Yeah.
But there's some benefit. We humans need to have that interaction.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. We may not think that it does, but it does have an impact on us.
Yeah.
It really does. Did you watch the live stream? I can't remember if you watched the live stream last night from the parade.
I watched a little bit of it.
Did you watch when we were walking around the crowd?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you can do this with outside of work, right?
Right.
But I walked into the park and I saw Tom Lozon. I went up, I gave him a hug, and I saw Raylene, Jeff, I gave them a hug. I saw Charlie, Rosemary, Elise, Michael. I gave them all hugs. I saw Tracy. Lewis from the partnership. I went up and gave her a hug. I saw Shannon Alexander, Mary Jane from Wobbies. There's that physical. I saw Sarah Akers, and that physical interaction that is missing via remote. It's pretty tough. How many people give you a hug? Oh, do you need a hug?
I don't need a hug.
Do you want me to go over and give you a hug?
No, that's all right. No, I got a hug the other day. I donated my new job, did a pet supply drive, and I donated $150 to it. So I got a hug from the person who ran that.
And how did that make you feel?
Great, because, and you know it, you've got a four-legged friend here.
I do.
I like our four-legged friends.
I do too. Mainly my dog.
Yeah.
Because other dogs are annoying.
Yes. I totally agree.
So the Vermont State Employees Association, they sued the Scott administration to block his return to work. The judge was like, I don't think so. I'm thinking that's probably not something that we have authority over. And I believe he denied he did. The judge said he's unlikely to grant it. And then it's my understanding that the court, so WCAX said the court found the union did not show irreparable harm. As of now, most employees have the right or will have to return to office under the mandate starting tomorrow. The state says it will still review exemption requests for staff with long commutes, childcare issues, or other hardship cases. And I think that I don't know if people know that, because I didn't know that that was the case. And it's like, there are cases where people aren't going to be. I don't know about the childcare thing, because a part of me thinks that, are you watching your kids or are you working?
Right.
And that part kind of like, I don't know. Okay, you're just, are you working or are you doing childcare?
Yeah. One or the other.
Because if you, that part does like kind of like, I don't know. But that's not my problem. So it's easy for me to say that from a point of privilege where I don't have children. I just have a dog.
Yeah. Are you watching your dog or are you working, Michael?
Watching my dog.
Watching my dog.
It is nice to be able to bring my dog out anytime I need to when I work from home. More importantly, I can watch my dog to avoid her licking her leg, because she licks her leg and she causes a sore. It drives me nuts. I have to yell at her when she's licking her leg. Do you have that problem?
Licking my leg? Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know, but I think I would pay money to see you try.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. I will say. So one of the things that I mean, people are brutal. They are brutal online, and they are brutal in the comments. Some of the comments are like WCAX posted it, and there is 537 comments, and some of them are really nasty. Like,
I'll have to go look.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
And I'll post a comment saying I'm just here for the comments.
Yeah. Because they're still like, I get it, but it's like some of these people that are going back in are feeling really traumatized over it. And I know people are like, oh, Michael's a squishy person. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to lie. Because I get the pain.
Right.
But I do like the fact that they're going back into work.
You got to get up early. You got to start your car. I get it. I do it every morning.
So I'm obviously a little bit nicer than Liam is. Remember that, folks. Remember
Right.
that.
Remember.
Liam is cold-hearted.
Well, I'm just saying, if I have to get up, you should too.
Okay. Well, okay, so let's moving on before Liam really gets canceled tonight. Montpelier received 9 proposals. Susan said she's going to remember. She's
All
going
right.
to remember. So let me tell you, if he goes missing, I'll know that Susan did
Right,
it.
Susan.
Montpelier received 9 proposals from developers interested in building housing on its 35-acre Country Club Road property. But two major out-of-state firms warned that the project faces large financial gaps and should not be rushed. Most Vermont and regional developers expressed interest, though nearly all said market studies are needed before committing to specific housing types or densities. So do you know about how much it costs per square foot to build a residential property?
Nope.
How do you not know this?
Because I'm not a carpenter.
So I've been reliably told it's somewhere between $300 to $400 per square foot.
That seems like a lot.
So like this,
yeah,
$300 to $400 square foot. That's pretty insane.
that sounds like a lot.
It is a lot. It is definitely a lot.
I need the Black Friday discount.
I don't think there's any Black Friday discount.
On
Although I'll say this. One of the things that, everybody talks about, housing's so expensive, blah, 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 blah. And people can't get houses like they used to. But people don't get houses like they used to.
Right.
Because older houses didn't have central air. Older houses were not nearly as creature comfort-ish as the newer ones are.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to anybody that's older, their first house, not a beautiful house. I'm sure. Nobody walks into, when they were younger, like if you go back like 50, 60 years, you didn't walk into a 1,500, not a 1,500, but a 2,500 square foot house.
Right.
You had houses that were like super small,
Yeah.
and that's just the way that it was. Connie says the fir tree lighted in colors in the park. Look how big it got. That's true. The whole park is beautiful this year. It is absolutely gorgeous. Washington Apartments also very nice. Yes. Yeah, that tree has gotten bigger since, I think, and I might be wrong, I think the Elks planted that tree, the Elks Club. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the Elks. And they used to light it up with blue lights, I believe. Somebody will correct me.
Yep.
So Evergreen Real Estate, see, Susan says my first house was built in 1800s. And that's the thing. People are not, they're expecting a higher level
Yeah.
and thinking that it should be less. We need to start building houses that are affordable, that are not fun.
Right.
Okay.
We need the basic.
We need basic houses.
Right.
I'm totally for smaller houses, maybe like 600 square feet, and like nothing exciting.
Right.
And all the most important thing is you have a roof over your head.
That's
my opinion.
Nope. That's perfect. That's all you need.
I did want it lit. I'm pretty sure I can't remember that far back. I'm so sorry. Connie says she remembers me wanting it lit. I think that's correct. I think I did try to fight for that one year. Man, that was a long time ago. It feels like it was a long time ago. Wow. Good catch, Connie. Thank you. Montpelier, so Evergreen Real Estate from Chicago, Rift Valley Capital from DC, highlighted major financing uncertainties and urged a feasibility first approach. Both offered advisory help, but hesitated to commit. 7 other developers, including Vermont firms and companies from New Hampshire and Boston, submitted proposals ranging from high-density apartments to mixed ownership neighborhoods. One Vermont developer, Elliott LLC, proposed a small modular apartment project on part of the site rather than full built out of the property. A subcommittee will narrow the list of developers over the next 2 weeks with recommendations heading to City Council on December 17th.
So is this, because they already have a building on Country Club Road. Is this further up or is this down towards, what is that? Is that Route 2?
I'm not going to lie to you, I have no freaking clue where Country Club Road is.
It's up by the John Deere place. By,
I don't think there's any properties on there, or any buildings on there.
there's one
I
at
think
the,
it's a vacant lot.
I know there's one at the top of the hill that Turtle Island moved to. But
What's Turtle Island?
it's a kids' child care center, I believe. School thing. Yeah.
Never heard of it. I know that there's something on top of that hill there that you
Yeah.
can go to and rent out space.
That too. I
Is
think
there
that's
something up there?
Yeah, those are
Okay.
Turtle Islands. I'm just curious if it's further back, 35 acres, or if it's on the same, I guess, piece in that same building.
I don't know. The last time I was on that road was about 25 years ago
Wow.
when Josh Frost and Beth Lake got married, which they're the pastor. He's the pastor of Bible Baptist Church. So it's been a hot minute since
Yeah.
I've been up there.
You need to go adventure a little bit.
No. You can
Take
go
the
adventure.
trike.
Well, I might consider doing that. I could do that.
Because Agway's down there. You go,
I've been to Agway recently.
yeah. See,
I
it's right
gave
there.
Lee a wash down there.
Nice.
Yeah, she loved it as much as you think she would have loved it.
Yeah?
She was not thrilled. Just leave it at that. Ready for some national news?
Yeah.
Are you excited about national news?
I'm super, super excited.
You want to tell us about the shutdown?
There is no shutdown. No shutdown. What did we say? January, at the end of January, they moved it to now?
Yeah, there'll probably be a shutdown in January.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yay.
What do they call him? Shutdown Schumer now?
Schumer shutdown.
Schumer shutdown?
I don't know, but hopefully we don't see that.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to really talk about, the U.S. Department of Treasury under Secretary Scott Bessent, which he was recently in the news, and I cannot remember why. And I think whatever it was, I was not happy with it. But that's how my mind works. I don't remember what it was. I just remember not being happy. Or maybe I was happy. I can't remember.
Can't remember.
Anyway, he announced that it will issue a proposed regulations to block certain refundable tax benefits from undocumented immigrants, reserving those benefits for U.S. citizens. The move reflects a broader push by the current administration to restrict access to taxpayer-funded benefits for non-qualified immigrants. The affected tax benefits include Earned Income Tax Credit, Additional Child Tax Credit, American Opportunity Tax Credit, and Savers Match Credit. The Treasury frames this action as restoring the intent of the existing law, namely the taxpayer-funded benefits should belong to American citizens. Critics warn that the change will also hurt immigrants who pay taxes or their children who are U.S. citizens, potentially removing benefits from families who otherwise qualify. The redefinition and eligibility change is expected to take effect for the 2026 tax year. And he did a tweet or an X. I think that's
X.
I think that's X.
Yeah.
At Donald Trump's, it's like a whole bunch of @ signs.
Yeah.
POTUS, real Donald Trump's direction. We are working to cut off federal benefits to illegal aliens and preserve them for U.S. citizens. So this is what I'm confused by. So the article talks about immigrants, right? Doesn't say anything about illegal.
Right.
Because that's the key word. For me, that's the key word.
Yeah.
You know, are we talking about people that are legal here or not legally here?
Should be talking about people who are not
Legally here.
right.
So you're firm on getting rid of benefits for illegal aliens or legal immigrants, whatever the PC term is.
Yeah, I think the illegal ones you can get rid
Note
of.
to self: Liam's getting canceled again for the
Liam's
third time.
getting canceled. But the legal ones, like you said, who have kids here and who are paying taxes, I think.
Well,
I
if
think
they're
not.
illegal, they're definitely not. They might be paying taxes, but they're doing tax fraud by submitting the wrong social security number. If they're illegal,
Right. But if they're
you-
not and they're here,
yeah.
all right.
I don't know. I feel like I want to know more about this. But I would say that if they're illegal here, probably shouldn't be getting government
benefits.
money.
But if you went through all the hoops and you're here and you had kids,
If you're
and-
illegal, if you're legal,
Right.
then that's a conversation I'm willing to have. But if you're not, I did. The camera was not on you when you did that. That is so not fair. That is so not fair. The camera was on me when you did that little sign language. I wish I had a scroll that I could put across. Canceled.
canceled. Michael's looking for a new co-host.
You know what I think this is? I think this is me rubbing off on you, which is probably what the problem is. All right. Well, what about those executive orders?
Yeah, a whole bunch of them, huh?
Yeah.
He's getting rid of the auto pen.
Yep. So apparently the Donald Trump has declared that all Joe Biden era executive orders and other documents signed using the auto pen are null and void, arguing that they lack legal legitimacy because Biden allegedly didn't personally sign them. It suggests roughly 92% of Biden's executive actions could be invalidated under the sweeping reversal. What's your thoughts?
I guess I find it hard to believe they really... I thought the auto pen was... I don't know what I thought about it, but there was part of me that knew it existed. And then this whole thing, I was like, is it possible they really use it that much?
Probably. They probably did use it.
Because my thought was, the auto pen was for like when the president sends Christmas cards, you put them, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's interesting.
It's, my thought is it's a situation where I don't know if I think, I don't think that you can invalidate just because it's the auto pen, because
Right.
it happened under his administration. What Trump should do, because they're executive orders, is just do an executive order undoing them.
Right.
And
Just
that's
rescind
all.
the
That's the
previous-
process. But it does. I don't like the terminology in this, and I know what he's going to do is he's just going to write an executive order to undo all the
Undo
executive
everything.
orders.
Yeah.
And hey, that's the game, right?
Yeah.
Like if you rule via executive order, somebody that comes in after you can rule via executive order. It's just that's the reason why you got to get Congress to actually do something.
Legislate.
Correct, legislatively, because that actually takes work. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. And my guess is he said it that way to like ruffle people's feathers.
Yeah.
And he was just going to do an executive order and
Anyway.
undo the executive orders that
Yeah.
Joe Biden did. And that is not. That's just. I mean, when Joe Biden came in, he undid a crap load of executive orders that Donald Trump did. That's just how it works. But with that being said, there was an executive order that I feel that we should talk about.
Yeah.
And it's my opinion, I think this is extremely important for us to discuss. So I'm just going to flip it right on over here.
Today, we continue a time-honored American tradition. Boy, that's a well-trained turkey. See how happy he is? In a few moments, I will grant a full, absolute, and unconditional presidential pardon to two
The executive
handsome
order.
Thanksgiving turkeys, and this is their lucky day. This is a lucky day for them. But before going any further, I want to make an important announcement because you remember last year, after a thorough and very rigorous investigation into a terrible situation caused by a man named Sleepy Joe Biden, he used an auto pen last year for the turkey's pardon. So I have the official duty to determine, and I have determined that last year's turkey pardons are totally invalid. But they're hereby null and void. The turkeys known as Peach and Blossom last year have been located, and they were on their way to be processed, in other words, to be killed. But I have stopped that journey, and I am officially pardoning them, and they will not be served for Thanksgiving dinner. We saved them in the nick of time. This one has plenty of time, but they were saved in the nick of time. Gobble,
there you go.
I just want to tell you this, very important. You are hereby unconditionally pardoned.
Praise the Lord.
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we need humor in our. We lost like all our watchers, by the way. All the viewers were like, I ain't listening to this crap. Side note, you remember the turkey's name that Seth wanted pardoned?
Wasn't it Gobble?
It was Gobble.
Yep.
Gobble clearly won,
Yep.
but Waddle also got pardoned as
Also
well.
got pardoned.
So, but I mean, that's, thank you, Susan, for sticking with us. That was a funny interaction. Yeah. I mean, you can't, guy's got like style when it comes to that kind of stuff. That was pretty funny. When I saw that, I nearly peed myself. It was so funny. And it was pretty funny. And I think our country needs, some levity.
Right.
And
Although
some would say that's not very nice about it was a joke, right? Although, was it a joke when he was talking about undoing the executive orders? So, but take it in the moment. It was kind of funny.
It was funny.
He has no problem, making fun of himself as well. Was that your first time seeing that or hearing that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
should have sent it to you. I'm sorry about that.
But what you did send to me on Thanksgiving was funny.
Oh, which one was that?
With the dog and the Thanksgiving.
Oh,
that was funny.
yes. Yes. The Thanksgiving, Leah putting her hat on. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can pull that up. Let's see here. Did I not share it on 802 Scoop? I did not.
Oh,
Well, that's unfortunate. But you know where I did share is I shared it on Michael Booten for Barre. I'm pretty sure I did share that. I might be wrong. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yep. Let's see. All right. And we will display, transition to that.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
that was great.
It was great. It was great. It was a nice, cute little thing. Thanksgiving. I had a couple that I made. I'm getting into the whole AI thing. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
It is super fun.
Super fun. Have you played with Flow?
No.
You haven't played with Flow?
You have two AIs now, Flo and Karina or whatever.
Well, Flow is Google,
Yeah.
and Karina is ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. I also have Gemini. I haven't named Gemini yet.
Oh man.
I should probably name her.
Probably. She probably thinks you're using Karina more.
Because I do.
Don't tell her that.
No, Gemini is, it's just not as good as ChatGPT.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, though, takes awful amount of time to do videos. Oh, you know which one I really should send you?
Which
I
one?
should send you the one where I created that I'm singing in it. Maybe you'll get to see that afterwards. All right, so here's another hot topic. So experts argued that the federally driven Housing First model expanded under the Obama administration has failed nationally and is now collapsing in Vermont as new federal rules cap support for permanent supportive housing and redirect funding. And for clarity, the funding's still there.
Right.
It's just you have to, it's being reallocated not to permanent housing, but to fix people's problems. So generally speaking, the majority of reasons for people being homeless isn't because I lost my job and, I can't afford a rent. It's usually, mental health, and drugs are the top reasons.
Yeah.
And if we're not going to address those problems, then all we're doing is throwing money, and we have been throwing money. Look at the hotel motel program.
Right.
Awful program. $50 million in the garbage. And I think it's like 45 million annually.
Wow.
If I recall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 45 to 50 million annually. And we just can't afford that. And
Right.
and it's not effective. So the Trump administration is going away from the Housing First model because it's ineffective. As homelessness rises, the key housing programs face potential shutdown. Advocates warn that thousands of Vermonters could be displaced unless the state shifts towards treatment-based models addressing mental health, addiction, and root causes. And Vermont should. Vermont absolutely should redirect our funds to help with housing, or not housing first, but to help with those underlying issues. And the people that are in those other categories, that's a different story, right? And I can 30%, which is what it's being cut down to, Housing First is 30%, probably would cover those problems. Housing First became dominant national policy in 2013, requiring unconditional housing without sobriety treatment or employment benchmarks. But homelessness has surged, especially in states like California and Vermont. New federal restrictions now cap permanent supportive housing funding at 30%, threatening the continuation of many Vermont housing programs that rely heavily on federal grants. Vermont housing authorities warn that existing voucher and PSH programs may fail without major supplemental funding, putting vulnerable residents at risk of losing shelter. Again, though, it's taking that idea that housing first is going to work, and it hasn't. And everybody says that, all the people are always saying that housing first works. We have to fix the problem.
Yeah.
We have to fix the problem. So we shall see. I will say that National Review did an article on this, and it said homeless advocates have lost the moral high ground, 100%.
Wow.
100%. They're not fixing the problem. Anyway, comments, thoughts from Liam?
Not on that one. No.
No?
I don't know.
We have blown through an hour.
Pretty quickly, I might add.
It did go quite quickly.
All right.
Did go quite.
But we digressed a little bit, so
We did.
maybe a lot.
Yeah, I think a lot. All right. Well, with that, I'm just gonna see if I can get. Can I get? Oh, I don't want to break the camera. I was gonna try to turn it around and get Leah to give her a nice little. Now I messed up the camera. Oh well, I'll have to fix that later. I gotta fix it before Raylene comes down. She won't be happy if it's messed up. We are having fun, Susan. You know what? Turn your camera around and face Leah so that people can see it. And then we'll leave on that. I can't see her. Look at her. Just tip it down just a little bit more. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's such a cute puppy. She's such a cute puppy. Have a great night, everyone.